What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at another viewer's car. This is Marijn's VW SCIROCCO R. This is a facelift car and it is not stock. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at the mods and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, if you want to submit your car for the viewer's car segment, make sure you send an email or a DM on Instagram. Link is on screen right now, or email address is on screen right now. Send us some info and maybe your car will be next. So, the SCIROCCO was introduced in 2009 as sort of the more sporty brother to the Golf. You don't really see them that often in the Netherlands, unfortunately. I think it's a welcome change. It's always cool to see different versions of a car, and I think it definitely earns a spot in the lineup, but it didn't really sell that well because people just bought a Golf instead because it's more practical. So yeah, it didn't really land in the Netherlands. We didn't even get the facelift, which this is 280 horsepower instead of 265. They never sold it in the Netherlands, unfortunately. They did in Belgium. That's where Marijn is from. And well, he has some exterior mods on it. So let's start with that beautiful blue car with a Maxton front splitter, some blacked out logos. We've got blacked out VW logos as well. New headlights for the facelift. And then we've got these Ispiri wheels. Never heard of that. 19-inch with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. These are 235s at the front. And we've got EBC 340mm brakes at the front, discs, and yellow stuff pads as well. Also has a lowering kit. The SCIROCCO R was like a centimeter lower than the regular SCIROCCO, and this is a bit lower still. We've got a Maxton design side skirt as well, a different diffuser. Exhaust is stock. Let's take a look at the engine, but let's just take a look at the design. Also have new rear lights. I think it's a handsome car. I really do think it looks cool. It's like a little squished, square, muscly hatchback coupe. I think it's a very handsome car, actually. Also have a Maxton design spoiler there. Let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, I do get why people just bought the Golf because it's so much more practical, but yeah, I think it's a funky looking car. So let's take a look at the engine, because this is of course the main event. 393 horsepower and 525 newton meters of torque with stock turbo. So we've got the RTMG carbon intake. It's got a Miltec downpipe, a Wagner competition intercooler. It's got an upgraded high pressure fuel pump, RS4 fuel rail valve. It's got a different diverter valve. It's got all the bits to go fast. I'll leave a list of all the mods in the description if you want to know all the details. It also has a software remap for the ECU and the TCU, so the transmission as well. And it's been done by Progressive Tuning. Now this is the EA113 engine, the CDL engine, so it's an older engine than the EA888 we usually get to drive nowadays. That started with the Golf 7. But this, I actually think that this has a bit more character than the EA888. This has a bit more turbo lag, but I quite like that because you have some excitement of that, right? So let's start it up for the AC because it is hot out today. So we'll get the temperature down and then in a minute I will turn the AC down. So interior wise, Marijn went nuts on the carbon fiber catalog. So we have inlay on the steering wheel, which is like a cover, and then you have the pedal extension for the shift pedals. It's got an Alcantara bit on the wheel, which is quite nice. What else? Gear shifter with a bit of carbon there, carbon trim here, and these lovely bucket seats. They are actually very good, nice and supportive, good seating position. And well, it's not super spacious. I mean, rear passenger is is not great, but it's also not cramped. So at least in the front it's very good. But also I think you would be able to manage if you don't have to take a lot of people with you all of the time. Just incidentally, I think this would be just fine. So I'll turn that down a bit, put that on my face. All right, so we've got the DSG gearbox with a tune, as I said. We'll keep the suspension in sport, adaptive dampers as standard on the Scirocco R, and we'll turn off traction control altogether. Let's see what it does when we do that. Nice couple of dials there on the dash. So nice blow off as well there, like that. Bit of sound, no sound. Horses are there. Yeah, it's summer again, so the horses are back as well. What's up, guys? The right one still has his like zebra outfit, which I think is super cool. Okay, so we'll go left here and then I'll let you guys hear the sound. So I quite like that they didn't go nuts with it. It's not like decad straight pipe, loudest pops and bangs of Europe, which we also sometimes get. This is quite restrained. And I think that's very good. Of course you have the quintessential DSG fart on the shift. Oh, big bird. But yeah, it's not obnoxious or anything. It's also not drony in here. It's very, very good. I quite like that. There has been some restraint that has been shown here, which is rare in these cases with these cars. So yeah, very good. So let's do a launch control. Traction control in sport, gearbox in sport, foot on the brake, full throttle. Let's try that again. There we go. So you do have quite a bit of wheel spin. Of course, stock it did 6 seconds for the manual, 5.8 for the DSG, I think, or is that the pre-facelift with 265? It might actually be a little bit quicker than that. Anyway, I don't really care about 0 to 100. It's just, it's so not important, especially when you start tuning a front wheel drive car. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I quite like it. As I said, it's not too over the top, and that is also what I told Marijn, because he was telling me that he was thinking about, you know, it's very tempting to go even further than this, because he used to own a Seat Ibiza with like 460 horsepower and a manual, and this is a slower car. But as I said to him, it's just, when it's good, it's good. You know, don't be tempted to go too far and then ruin the car. You have a very fast Scirocco R now, and it works every day. I think it's his daily as well, so yeah, don't mess that up. It's very easy to go too far. Handling wise, it feels pretty okay. Steering is kind of dead, like we're used to with Volkswagens, but it's not bad. They installed their XDS, like pseudo limited slip diff on this car, so it's basically like an electronic diff that works through torque vectoring, so it doesn't work as well as a mechanical limited slip diff, but it goes round the corner. Let's just say that. It goes round the corner. Does it struggle with the power? Of course it does, but that also makes it more exciting than a Golf R, which has four-wheel drive, in my opinion. So let's go to Sport, full throttle. We have to shift ourselves in Sport mode as well, because otherwise it just will hit the rev limiter, which sounds really good, by the way. I'll let you guys hear it in a minute. It's like a proper rev limiter. So here we go, 5th gear. I'll give it a few rev limit pops. It's like a proper machine gun fire rev limiter, which I really like. That's 257. Car is quite good actually. I'll put the suspension in comfort. Let's see what that does. But also in Sport, it's really not bad. Here we go. So 100 to 200 we did 10.8 seconds, which is actually okay. That's that kind of checks out with 393 horsepower. We have to brake. And I'm going to get off here because it seems kind of busy, so I don't think I'll be able to do more than that. Wow. It picks up well, this thing, for a tuned car, like with a stock car that has quite a bit of turbo lag. This is a stock turbo, so I think this has been done well. So let's go to manual and then do the tunnel. Rev limiter. Nope. It was a bit too short for the rev limiter. But I have to say it works. It doesn't give a peep. It's 30.5 degrees out, and I mean, oil temperature is getting up there now. We're going to leave it for now, but I mean, you know, it's working. It's delivering performance. Honestly, 10.8 seconds, even or especially in this weather, is seriously respectable. So yeah, it's doing well. Marijn, thank you so much for taking it to us. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed watching your car on our channel. To you guys, hope you enjoyed watching this video. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. Make sure you check that, because YouTube tends to unsubscribe you. Check out this video if you want to watch another one, or this playlist of reviews. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye.